He wants to reduce funding for foster care, adoption, assistance programs, reduce funding for mental health programs, and reduce funding rates for child nutrition programs. As most of you know, a lot of our students who are in special services and special needs programs, many of them also receive services from these programs. These are our most vulnerable students. Yes. Our kids would suffer the devastation from specific cuts to the classroom and in education. Additional out-of-classroom cuts would make things even worse. The children who depend on these programs are some of the most vulnerable students in our state. And if we don't stand up and speak for them, who else will? We must stand together, and we must speak with one voice for these children. We need a budget proposal that will work for all of the citizens of California, especially our students, especially our children.
Mike Lara, and I'm the president of the largest association in the Valley, Calexico Associated Teachers. I would like to thank all of you for spending what a better afternoon of day teachers and being here at the rally. We are here to let Ms. Garcia know, since she's a good friend of the governor, that we are opposed to budget cuts, especially when it comes to education. That is one of the worst things that they can propose. For years and years, we've been fighting for better funding, and when I was a kid, I went to school. California was one of the top ranked in finance and education, and as I became a teacher, the more I thought, the less and less of the ranking. Now California ranks 46, as you heard before, from 50 states. Today, I will be ashamed to be called a student advocate if I wasn't here. For many, many years, we were advocating for a free public education and totally financed, not just lip service. We have standards set up by the state that are very high and also by the federal government. No child left behind. We fought for many years to reduce class size. When I was at the table, I insisted that we start with kinder, first, second, and third. We got 20 to 1. Now, with the proposed cuts, again, class size is going to go up simply because we're going to have less teachers. In my own district in Calexico, we had 58 teachers receive big slips. On top of that, 23 other teachers. They also, in our district, they're proposing to restructure adult basic education. And we need adult basic education because ABE helps educate some of our parents that don't speak English. When they become English speakers, they're going to help their students, so it makes the job a lot easier for them and for us to educate them. Also, class size might go up. Student progress would certainly go down. They also want us to do more with less money. California has to be the leader in the nation, and our politicians in the Assembly and the Senate must say no to cuts in education. Also, as you know, they are reducing art, music, career training, lower class size in district throughout the district. This puts a burden on a lot of people, especially working class Americans, to reduce the education, healthy, safety, and ed programs that they need when they complain that people don't hold up the end of the tax burden. We all pay taxes, and we'd like to pay taxes. And those taxes must go to maintain a high public education that is free. And so also we need to tell, I'm one of the persons that are going to Sacramento to visit our assembly in person, to visit our Senate representatives, and to plead with them not to cut education because we need as much support, economic support from them. Our parents depend on us, our students depend on us, so that's the reason we're doing that. Also, they're not thinking as leaders, because if they were leaders, they will not be looking for a scapegoat. Our students should not be the scapegoat for this mess that we have in California.
Yeah.
Yeah, in California, teachers say that it's not fair. Those guys hurt our kids. We want to fix a better way to fix this mess. We want to find a better way. We need to look to the future. We also need to keep in mind what kind of society we're providing for our children and their children. If we need additional revenue, I know that we don't like to hear that. The taxes may be an ugly word, but ignorance is even uglier.
Yeah.
So quit borrowing from our children, quit cheating our children out of our future, can't hurt our children. Can't hurt our children. Okay, thank you very much. It is very disappointing and certain ironic that Governor Schwarzenegger has proclaimed this the year of education. In January, we all know what he proposed to do, almost $5 million in cutting of education, and of course that is not going to be going away. Our students must be our number one and top priority. And I know for each and every one of you here that is true, and for all the teachers in the state of California, our students are our top priority. Our students and schools have been making great progress over the last few years. Just in the last 4 years, our math test scores have risen over 17%. Well over 17%. Also, our reading scores have increased well over 25%. That didn't happen by watching video games. That happened by the teachers doing what the teachers do best, teaching the students. And that's what all of us do best. Governor Schwarzenegger is proposing to take away funding and have bigger classes, of course bigger classes, and tougher to do on the types of things that we do every day. Our kids did not create this budget crisis, and their education should not be held hostage and ransom to solve the governor's problem.
Yeah!
Our kids. Don't cut 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 our kids. Thank you. The people of the state of California made it very clear when they passed Proposition 98 that education for children of California is a very, very high priority. Voters reaffirmed this in support of the 2005 elections, where Governor Schwarzenegger tried to take some guaranteed funding away from Prop 98. The voters of California were there, the teachers were there, everyone was there to come out and vote and say no. Governor Schwarzenegger, you are not going to take any funding away from the students. Today, we have a resolution in my hand right here. It's actually in him. That we'll be giving Assemblywoman Garcia a resolution stating she'll be the one voting on the 08-09 budget over the summer. We're encouraging her to get her budget priorities straight and join us in protecting Prop 98 to guarantee a minimum funding in our classrooms. Of course, that's just a minimum. We would all like the maximum, but we have to have guarantees for the minimums. Parents and teachers will fight to protect these minimums for our students. Prop 98 works. Don't cut our kids. 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 Thank you. Today, we have people from all across the Imperial Valley here. I want to thank everyone for attending. We are not quite over with the rally yet. At this point, we're going to move some people around, if you'd be so willing. We're going to try to put some people up over in this area.
Would check that. He doesn't want that. Hold that. You don't want him up there. It doesn't help the shot. We're going to do a setup for TV, guys. All of the people under the awning, you got to be over here. Okay? There's going to be an interview, a live interview going on here in about 6 minutes, a little over 6 minutes. We want the crowd here, the signs,